Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Deborah, and today I'm going to show you my Tim Holtz goodies. So these have taken a while to come. I think I ordered them back in August, but some of them have arrived. I didn't get everything that I ordered. I ordered them locally here in Australia and can't have my my weekly fix or daily fix to Bella Paperie anymore. So I had to order them online, and these are the backdrops Halloween, this one. I haven't had any backdrops yet. I thought I had actually ordered some of the other ones, but not sure now. They might come. I'll show you them when they do. So you get all these lovely backgrounds, and they are 6 by 10 inches. So these replace his little paper pads, I think, and maybe even the 12 by 12s. I think he's keeping some of the 12 by 12s. But I think this is a really good idea. So I'll just flip through it. I was actually watching Suzy from Shabby Soul, and she was using these. And I was watching her a couple of days ago and thought, oh, they're really nice. They are double-sided. If you don't like this side, and I have to confess I'm not a fan of marbled paper, but that side's really nice, and I've always liked that. That's one of his papers he does in a normal paper pack, of which I still have quite a few. So sorry, I just realised I wasn't flipping them over as I was going through. So if you don't like one side, then the other side's fine. This is like a book. That's really nice, a book cover. And then you just get these overall patterns. Butterflies are always good. Another marbled one. So that's them. I think you get a few. 24. There you go, 24. That's pretty good. And as per his normal paper, they're lovely and thick. He hasn't reduced the quality of the paper at all, which is really good to see. As you know, when change happens, sometimes it's not for the best. That's another one of the book covers. I've got a few of those in the little ephemera things as well. It's been blown up, which is good. And then the map. So that's those. So this was part of his release. I think his Halloween release. I think that's what I bought it from. But anyway, we'll keep on going. And this one is Layers, and it's in the Halloween. And I'd actually forgotten what I ordered when it came. I was like, oh, I don't even know what's in there. So it was really good to see lots of good things in there. And we'll just have a look at this. Now, that face is in a number of kits, but that one looks sort of grungier, as are these, but they might be in different sizes. That looks new. You know, you can never have too much Tim, in my opinion. Got the numbers. Oh, that's different. And I like that dude. He's creepy, but I like him. Butterflies and the vaults. Oh, that's good. Cool. Now these are coated and white on the back. So when you're using them, you need to remember that they're not double-sided. And another pair of curtains. These are definitely duller than the original red curtains that he did. I've got those, and then he did purple curtains in one thing. These are lovely. There's another one here. That's gorgeous. They're like creepy old, you know, half-dead roses, they look like. Poison and, wow, look at that. That's different. Two of those. This one. That one I think he has done in one of the Transparencies. I'm pretty sure I've got that in a Transparency. And that's one of my favourite. I've got that one. Another book. Actually, it's a funeral book cover. Yep. And then like a half bingo card and a butterfly. So I like that pack. Definitely will make use of that. In fact, I feel that good today. I was thinking I might do my own take on what Suzy did. It took me a couple of days to get through. There were 2 videos, and it just took me forever to actually watch them. I kept falling asleep, truth be told. Not because of her, just because I wasn't well. She's amazing. Oh, hang on. These are the cauldrons. Now I did buy a couple of things like this because I know that he's probably not going to make things like this again, and they're really, really cute. Come in a packet of 2, and they're like, I don't know what they are, but anyway, they're nice, very cute. So a packet of cauldrons, and I also bought these, which is the Tombstones. I might do something creepy with them, or I might not. Again, they're the same material. I don't know what it says, what type of material they are, but they're nice and they stand up too. So if that's not your thing, that's fine. Now, I had to buy the Drippy Candles. I don't know why, but I just love them. There are 9 pieces. Let's look at our Drippy Candles. So they're big ones and then little short ones, and they've got a wick in them. And as described, they are drippy, all over drips. So I'll have to find something to do with them. I also bought the Broomsticks. I don't know how old this one is, whether that was part of the new release. I think it may have been. I know he's done brooms in the past. I don't think I've ever had broomsticks, but I just wanted to try them. They're lovely. I love that, you know, you can get really tactile with these things. Put rubs and things on those to make them up differently. And then these are the mini flares. So you can see they're a little button. They don't have a pin on the back. I've got a number of flares, different sizes and things. And they're just like one of the sort of a badge, but without the pin on the back. But look at that. Adorable. And they come, as I said, in the different sizes, and you get 12 in this pack. I particularly like the black rose. That's really cool. And then of course Poe, we've got him as well. And then these are Halloween Transparencies. So we've got an eye chart, cobwebs, the creepy dude, and lots of lovely butterflies. Don't want these to escape. I just open them carefully. I have to find some new places for these. Look at that butterfly, isn't that gorgeous? You've got lots of different butterflies to choose from, and then you've got the, oh look, there's bat wings too. Oh, I didn't realise there was bats. Was that in the back? I missed it. Yep. So there are butterflies and bat wings, and then you've got these, which if you put sort of in a frame and have them up, or even as a page in your book, put something, you know, another transparency on that side. You could do something like that and put a frame around it. I actually like that you can see through that though, so I might not do that. Then you've got this dude, and then as I said, the eye chart. And these here are baseboards, and they're called window frames, and they're very cool. Look at that. They're thick baseboards, so just like the baseboard dolls and the baseboard pieces, but they're frames. Oh, I only got 1 pack of these. I'm kind of wishing I'd got 2. I didn't think I'd like them this much, but they're gorgeous. I'm a sucker for a window. And you get, what did I say? 10 pieces in there. They're quite large too, quite large. You've got the little round ones, which are very cute. So that's the frames. And then I think I've only got the one more thing to show you. And I did get 2 packets of these because I knew I'd love them. And these are called the Ephemera Pack Snippets Curator. And they're all little labels in a variety of colours. And I guess I'll just bite the bullet and put them out on the table. As you can see, all different sizes, but they're all labels. A whole pack of them. 233 pieces. So yes, I did, as I said, buy the second packet just because I knew that this would be something I would use a lot of. Don't know, see how I go, see how long it takes me to run out of them. And even if I don't use them, they're really cool just to look at. So that's what I got from Tim, from his release. And as I said, there's probably 4 or 5 things that wasn't in the order because it hadn't arrived yet, but it will come. I've also bought the Villainous Poison in a Distress Oxide. That's the latest colour. So we'll have a play with that when it comes. Probably be a week or so before I get things like that. So there you go. I think maybe I might have a play with all that now, and we'll do something. So I want to do the accordion book that Suzy from Shabby Soul did, and I've got 2 pieces now. I think that she used tags, but these are baseboard pieces that I've got, so I don't have any of the hard tags. So these are going to be my covers. I think I'll put that one on the back and that one on the front. And I'll grab my paper. This is using the what's it called? Backdrops, Tim's backdrops, because it is double-sided. And I need to see what is actually going to sort of work. Now I have to tear it down, trying to remember the video. This is nice. I like this one. That's really nice. I like the swirls on here too. So maybe that one and that one. Now they need to be less than the height of this, but I can't remember. I know hers were wider, so I'm going to make mine wider as well and just see where we end up. I have to work out the first one, which I think that's kind of an up one, but this one might be good for that, maybe. If I put it on here. All right, just need it to be overlapping a little bit onto there. But I guess the first thing is to tear that down so it's not as big as what it is now. And that must be about the same size. All right, let's tear. Let's get it smaller. I really liked how she did the layering. I think that I'm good at collage, but I think that I'm not great at layering. So I thought doing this might help me and, you know, teach me how to do a bit more layering than perhaps I do at the moment. I'm going to put this one here. So the fold is going to be round about here. I'll link to the videos that Suzy did, so that you can see them. And if you don't know who she is one of Tim Holtz's designers, and she's an amazing crafter. Now what I didn't do was let it go out a bit more, so it needs to go out to both sides, so creating a little book. So with this one I'm going to do my fold around about here, and then the next piece, which I thought I was going to use that, and I think I will. I want the contrast of the black and white. So the next piece needs to go on to this. So we'll just be overlapping that a little bit to create, in fact I'll do it this way, to create the next piece. And now I've got that sort of width sorted out. I think I'm going to put this one to one side so I can keep working. So I'll just do a tear down on this. I want it, when it overlaps, to sort of come in at the same point, which should be about there. But then I'm going to make this one a bit higher, a bit taller. Still needs to get a bit off it because it will be too big for this piece if it's not. You want to make sure that that sort of is on top and bottom of there. You've got some room. That's that one. And then I'll put this, I'll do that there. I think so. I'll just get that little tiny bit off on here. I'm also going to ink the edges, and I'm going to use my oxide, not my ink. It needs something darker. I'm also inking, just not this white edge, but all of the edges. You don't have to ink that if you don't want to, just my personal preference. And then I'll stick this down. Just want to line those at the top. I don't think you have to, but I don't know, I just feel like I should where they've overlapped, so it's kind of like continuous. And this one will go over here, and it probably will actually go underneath because that's the front. So I am going to write cover on this, because if I don't, I'll forget that I've got to stick my cover on there. That will be going there like that. Okay, so I'm going to fold this next one in on here. Alright, so I've got that bit now. So I'm going to keep going and put some on here. I quite like this. Introduce a bit of colour maybe. And I think I'm going to rip the top and the bottom of this one. Let's just get this torn. Maybe I can just leave it like that. I don't have to rip both of them. And just line it up like that. Just have to check. It's actually from the front, and I keep forgetting that it needs to go this way. So we're coming back this way, so it'll have to get stuck on here. So I'll put this on. Just this bit at the bottom. The side of it, I should say, not the bottom. And then turn it over, just fold it. I've managed to get it up the right way. It wouldn't matter if I didn't. Might probably matter to me, but it probably wouldn't matter in the scheme of things. Just a me thing that I don't like that. And I need another piece. So I need something that's going to come back this way. You can make it as big as you like, I guess. I just sort of thought that I would follow along with the kind of thing that Suzy made. I don't want to use that because I really like that book cover. And probably not anything that's obviously up or down, like a portrait, like that's portrait, and I know I can use it this way but have trouble doing that. But if you can use yours that way, I don't think it matters. Okay, let's get this one on, because this one is really nice. So I want this to come here like that, so when you turn it over you'll see the periodic table. Because I've got a little bit sticking out there, I need to have a little bit folded on top of that. So I'm just going to take it and fold, and again I'll have to tear it down. Tear along the bottom. Yeah, I'll tear along the bottom. I think that I don't like, so I'm going to grab my scissors if I can find them. Yep, so the glue's got to go here. Just trying to work this out. It's a bit backwards. And then that has to go back like this. I haven't got that quite straight. I am going to straighten it up. There'll be a bit of a double crease, but I think it'll be fine. And I really think that I need one more, because if I put that there and this one on top or whatever, this one goes actually here, doesn't it? Yep. And then this one goes here like that. So it'll be 1, just want to see how it's going to work, 2, 3, and then 4, and that'll be the back. I think I'm going to just put another one in. So it doesn't really matter if I make it a bit thicker, I don't think. And this one looks like a good one to use. If that's there, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I turn it this way, and I've got, let's see, they're going to be here like this, the pages. So when I turn it over, then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. I think that's going to work. I'm not sure. I think I want to put one more on it. I'm not sure. But I want to be able to, if that's stuck on there, I'm going to see that side of it, aren't I? Yeah, then I'm just going to put another piece on. Just coming from here, just to the sort of point where the other book baseboard will go. So otherwise I'm going to put the baseboard there and have that little bit. So I'm just going to put a short piece on here. I'm not sure if it's what should be doing, but it's what I'm going to do. And I love this green. What's on the other side of that? Oh, that's nice too. That's another book cover, but it can be used this way as well. So I'm just going to put that on here. Actually going to put the glue on here this time first, and then rip it after it's on. I'm going to line those two up. I guess you can do it however it works for you. And then just give that a minute to set. Yeah, that is a little bit difficult, but I'm making it work. If I bring this one up back here like this, push that down. I've got a bit more inking to do there, I can see. Then I can probably, can I fold that over? Let's see again. This goes here. Yeah, I think I can fold this over like this. So my other thing, this cover, will be stuck here. So it is going to be not quite on the center. It's going to poke out to the right a bit more. But I actually don't mind that anyway. And it's my book, I can do whatever I like. I guess there's no reason I have to have that in the center. Just wondering if, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it'll open that way, and then it'll open this way like that. Yep. That's going to be there. Alright, so that's fine. So before I do anything about putting those covers on, I want to decorate it. So I'm going to create pockets and other things. So I'm hoping to use, you know, some of the new stuff that I've got. I also want to do things like use these bits as pockets. I think they'd make good pockets. So I think we'll work through that now. And probably, you know, putting the pockets on like down here. I can have a pocket on here. And I think I might sew with this one. So I've got that pocket there. The thing about sewing, and I'm pretty sure Suzy mentions this in her video, is when you sew a pocket on one side, if you want a pocket on the other side, you have to make sure that you don't close the pocket on the side you've already sewed it on by accident as you're sewing. I'm just going to rip that off. That pocket's going to go there. So I've got my quilt clips out. Figured that they'd be as good as anything. They hold fabric, so they should hold paper and keep that where I want it. So with that there, I might then put like another thing down here. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I just want to work out what pockets I need and where they're going to go. And I also have some other things. Got my found relatives. I was wondering if I could make like a flap thing with this while I'm at it. See which ones I want. I definitely want that size. Oh, what about those kids? Can I sew that down? I should be able to. Maybe I need to put something here. I think that Suzy used a piece of this. Maybe that's a good idea. I've got some here that I've made myself. These are some of the Tim Holtz ones, and these are some, you know, the homemade edition of the Tim Holtz one. They're very similar. So I put that down there and I sew. I'm just worried about sewing. I think that should be right. I think I should be right sewing into that girl. If I put that there, and that'll sit down there. So that'll become a little flap. Obviously I need to put something on top of it because it's just a white background. So I might actually do that before I sew it. And then I can sew that down onto this page after I've sewn that together. Okay, that's a plan. So I'll carry on and find some pockets, and then I'll come back once they're on so you can see what I've done. So I've done a little bit of sewing on that, and I wanted just to show you really. I've left all the threads. I haven't pulled any of them off at this point. I now have a pocket in here. I'm going to put more on top of that. I sewed that on first, and then on the back I put this piece on. I just used the same sewing line. So I've got the straight stitch and the zigzag on that one. And the other thing I did is I sewed this on. So like I said, I sewed the photo, sewed that to the photo, and then I sewed this piece onto here. I changed where it was going to go. I wanted to break up the orange, and you can see it's gone a bit skewed. When I put it in the machine, I wasn't watching, and this part caught as I was sewing. So it's kind of sewed it that way. And I was going to pull it apart and do it again, but then I thought, why don't I just rip the photograph? There's nothing saying I can't rip the photograph. There's no rules. So I'm going to cut or rip this part of the photo just along there to try and get it so it doesn't catch when the page is turned. And when I turn, let me get that in a better position. When I turn this page, it's not going to catch now because I've ripped the bottom of that photo, and I may even rip the top as well, I think, because it is sticking up a little bit. I don't want to rip the girls' heads off. Oh, that's better. So both of those pieces I've ripped, and it's a bit wobbly, but I'll put some other stuff on it and it should be fine. I've got to back that as well. So I'm not going to do any more pockets today. I would like to do maybe a little bit on one of the pockets that I've done. So I'll just turn all this up, go back to this one, and maybe I can put some things down here. Just looking at what I have, see if I've got any snippets. I do have some snippets. Just these might be a little bit small. Oh, they're the field notes, so they're a bit small actually. But I also have gotten these out. I like this lady. I like her hat and her dress, and she's smiling. I wonder if I can put her behind one of these frames. Let me just check. That's a bit curved. What else have I got? I don't know, I think that's a bit big. Maybe this one. If I cut her around there, I'll still get some of her dress in. I'll use her elsewhere. I want to put this on here. So I have to just not stick anything down yet. I want to practice layering more than what I normally do. With that in mind, I'm just going to grab those new little things that I had. Oh, I've got some of the salvage tags out as well. Or I've also got some of this paper here, which I really like. This is what I was looking for, the new little things. So there are some bigger pieces in here. There's that one. And I had one before, I left it out on the table because that was a bit silly because now I can't find it. It was one of the green ones. It was a bit bigger. Okay, might just have to use one of these. Could I put that under there like that? Or could I put something underneath that, like this piece here? Just going to tear it down a bit more. Like that. I've got another piece of that there that I could put on top of it. It's just the other side of this green stuff. I quite like that, but what I've managed to do is go off the edge. So I've got a bit of glue on there, so I'm going to turn it over and maybe put a little square of one of these down here. Or I could cut it. I'll probably trim that off actually. Just so it doesn't stick everything down on that side. And I might stick her down, but I'm not going to stick this side, so I'm going to have another little tuck spot in there. let that dry. This can go down now. And I do want to put some of these in still, maybe some little ones, like this one for a bit of colour, contrast with the green, probably a bit too bright. What about this one? Just move that over, it's just slid off that circle. These are made the same size as all of the gauges and things that are in the ephemera packs, which is good. That's too big and it's too something. I don't know, maybe a little, oh, what about this here, a little number. And that's going to be it for today. I have to stop. I'm sorry, but I am just at the end now. Can't get any more done today, so I'll come back and do some more, hopefully tomorrow, but if not, as soon as I can, because I'm really enjoying it. I like this little one. This is what I should have put before. I'll put that down there. I can still see the green dress. That's the main thing. I'm not covering that up entirely at this point. So I think that that's a good start. And then if I get one of these little tags out, these are the salvaged tags, I can put that in there. So I've got somewhere to put it. It's probably going to be difficult because of that stitching, but it will work. And I've just got a little bit of that paper showing. I've covered a lot of it, but I think that's part of it, part of trying to embrace, you know, the layers as they're going on. So I might find something smaller to put in there, even something like this. I could tuck that in there, but I'll wait and see how it works out. So for now, I hope you enjoyed looking through my new products that I got and also starting with me on this. And if you haven't watched Suzy's video, I would highly recommend that you go and watch both of them, and maybe you can work through your own as well. So this is Deborah. Thanks for watching. Cheers.